In today's video, why you should never go past 15% body fat. Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Friday. We did it. 5 videos, 5 days, and I kept up with all my client work, and I'm doing a posing seminar tomorrow, and we're getting ready to go to the Olympia. We're doing a booth at the Olympia, so a lot of stuff going on, but that just shows that I love answering you guys' questions, and thank you for continuing to send the great questions. And I got another good one for you guys today. So we're going to discuss body fat percentages as it pertains to putting on muscle and just being in a good spot. So today's question, as I said, comes from right here on my Instagram direct message. So a few things. Go to my Instagram, send me a message. I'll try to answer the questions. If I can't, or if I feel that they're better off answered in video format, well, no, that's what I love doing here on YouTube. And for that reason, make my Friday a good one. Hit the subscribe button, and we're going to talk about today's question. It goes like this. I've recently come across your YouTube channel. Really enjoyed the videos I've watched so far. I've been on a cut for 2 months now. Started at 19% body fat, currently about 14% body fat. I've trained for 20 years, but never done a proper cut. The aim is 10%. Once I've hit my target, I'll introduce more calories week by week, but I'm thinking I never want to get past 15% when gaining weight. Would you say that's the correct approach? Well, I first of all appreciate the question, and this is definitely something I've pondered over my, let's call it a career in lifting weights, because when you get into lifting weights, I think most of us, the first thing we want to do is put on lots of muscle, right? I want to get big, I want to get strong. And then perhaps we don't pay attention to our nutrition the best. We just focus on eating a lot, getting stronger. And then we go to put on our board shorts and they're 3 sizes bigger. And our waist doesn't look as good. We've got all this muscle, but no one can tell because, well, we've bulked past the point of recognition. We just look sloppy. And so what tends to happen over the course of a lifting career is that we kind of go through these cycles of I want to be a little bit leaner. Now I want to put on a little bit more muscle. And honestly, this is something that I did early on. At 6'3", I'm right now around 220 pounds, and I'd say I'm about 15% body fat. I think that's a fair number for me. But this is where I'm very comfortable. I'm happy with the way I look. Really happy with how strong I am, and I'm happy with the freedom that I have. So first things first, you have to understand that it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, okay? It really doesn't. Like, especially me, I can get focused on, on YouTube, obviously there's a community of fitness people that stay lean year round, and I can get caught up in that, and a lot of people will leave, derogatory comments and say, well, this YouTuber is always lean. And sometimes that's something I can think about. It's probably something that you can think about too. And I think all of us have this reaction of like, oh, I need to be better. Here's the advantage of being 45 years old. I don't give a shit what anyone else wants, okay? I know the truth. I know that if I want to be as lean as any other YouTuber out there or leaner, I can do it. I can be more muscular, okay? That's not what I want year round, okay? I don't always feel so great when I'm under 10% body fat, despite the fact that it looks really good for videos and pictures. I also like to enjoy life, okay? And so I think you should look at it this way. Should you stay under 15% body fat? I'd say that's a great goal. I think, for me, between 12 and 15% body fat for men is probably the ideal range where you look pretty damn good, your strength is gonna be good, hormones, recovery, nutrition. If you stay in that range, it's all very good. When you start to get up to 20% body fat, you just look sloppy. When you get under 10% body fat, well, it requires a lot of maintenance, okay? It requires diligence with your diet, diligence with your cardio, with your sleep, with your recovery, probably skipping some social events, okay? Because those kind of things become more and more difficult. And so that's what you have to ask yourself. What is most important to you? So I would say, in my experience, going from 250 pounds down to 195 pounds and being absolutely shredded, and maybe I have some pictures in here so you can see what that looks like for me. The happy place for me is right around 215 to 220, okay? That is where I'm pretty lean. On a given day, I can see some nice abs. If I really want to pay attention to my diet for a couple weeks, I can go to the pool, look pretty good, go to the beach, and people confuse me with a bodybuilder. But it's not so much work that I have to constantly be paying attention to things, right? I can actually just get by, have some good workouts. I love to do like 30 minutes of walking a day. That keeps me here. So, everyone's a little bit different in that regard. What body fat you can maintain. And also, honestly, I think personality has a lot to do with it. I have some friends that live the lifestyle year round. They don't drink alcohol. They don't do a lot of social events. The people they do spend time with are other bodybuilders. And so they're living their lives and they're very happy in that routine of they are almost like a competition prep bodybuilder year round. And it shows, okay? It shows in their physique, it shows in their results. They look amazing. I live a life of, hey, I really, really believe in the value of experiencing everything. I want to go out and get drunk with my friends. I want to have long weekends. I want to stay out late. Not that often. I also have 3 kids now, okay? We've got a full house. And so a lot of my decisions are based around how I'm going to be as a person. And I think that's what we all need to do. We need to look around. Screw Instagram, screw YouTube, screw everyone in your life that questions what you do. You have to look here. And I think that's one of the biggest mistakes I made early on. I was really worried about what other people thought. I was really worried about what people thought when I put on a tank top, a shirt. I would let people's comments get to me if they said I looked skinny or if they said I looked chunky. I would let that bother me, right? I don't care anymore. Yeah, 45 years old. My hair is gray. A lot of it's gone now. And you know, those kind of things when I was young probably would have bothered me. But you reach a point of comfort with yourself, with self-confidence, and you don't really need that. Now, if I get shredded, which I plan to next year, and probably compete, it's for me. It's because I want to do it, and I don't really worry about what other people think. But you know, when you're dieting down to 10% body fat, you're going to learn a lot of lessons along the way, including what it takes to get to 10% body fat. 20 to 14%, that's remarkable. 14 to 10%, it's probably going to be a lot more difficult than that first part was, right? Energy begins to suffer. You got to really start to pay attention to your diet. I can lose an incredible amount of weight without ever tracking my calories, just by starting to be a little bit less of a jerk when it comes to eating. You know, put the food down a little sooner, pay attention and move a little more during the day. I can lose a lot of weight. To get to that elite 10% or below, for most people, it's going to require, you know, a lot more diligence. And so that's where you're going to have to determine if that's right for you. Once you get there, you might change your opinion. You might say, hey, this was really hard to get here. I want to stay here. I still feel good. However, you might realize along the way, you had a sweet spot. And that's one thing that I've learned through dieting down over the years, is that I start somewhere like where I'm at, and I end up somewhere where I'm completely shredded. But I realize there's a happy spot. There's a spot where I looked pretty amazing, but I also felt really good. I looked really good, and I was excited about everything, right? So, you know, a lot of that just comes down to the individual lifestyle that you lead, the people you spend time with, and the things that are important to you. Just try not to get too influenced by anybody else. That's all I got to say about that. It's a Friday. I'm going to go get some work done, go home, and have a great weekend. I hope you guys are too. And I'll talk to you Monday.